Hey guys, what's up? So we're here to check out some Vi gameplay and highlights. For League of Legends PC players, you guys already know this. But for the beginners in League of Legends out there, Vi is a fighter assassin and is often played as a jungler. Vi's damage is decent enough, but if you compare her to other junglers like Master Yi and Warwick, her burst damage just isn't within that level, which is understandable since she isn't really meant to be that type of champion. I know in most MOBAs, junglers are often those guys that has a fast damage output, but on Vi, most of her popular build has a defense item on them. Now don't get me wrong though, she does pack a punch. It's just that like I said, other junglers has more burst damage. But don't worry guys, despite that, she is one great champion. One of her advantages is her crowd control skills. This is where she shines. I find it easier to gank lanes with Vi because of her ultimate. Vi's ultimate can lock onto an enemy champion and knock them up. She charges towards her target and uppercuts the life out of them, making them airborne. Her ultimate has a decent range, but what makes her really dangerous is the combination of her first and ultimate skill. Her first skill lets you charge onto a specified location or target, making it easier to get to those hard-to-reach opponents. Now I know I mentioned that deadly combination. However, keep this factor in mind guys. This might seem obvious, but I see a lot of guys doing it. Don't use your first skill if you know that you can easily hit the opponent with your ultimate. Save your first skill to chase down your opponents. Like I said, she doesn't have that burst damage. So having the huge dash from your first skill once they try to run away will be the deciding factor if you can finish off your opponents or not. But if the distance is too far, like when you wanna catch those evasive mages or ADCs that are usually in the back of the opponent's team, then use your first and ultimate skill combo. Well, it really depends on the situation. But basically, the rule of the thumb is don't waste your first skill if you don't really need it to either initiate or gank. Anyway, Vi is really strong in the early games. Not so much in the late games though. But she's still awesome for crowd controlling opponents and setting up the kills for your allies. At the start of the game, ganking lanes is much easier with Vi. That is if your allies are gonna follow through. Like I said, she doesn't have enough damage to burst down a full HP opponent. But still, if your opponent has low HP or even around half HP, she definitely has enough firepower to burst them down. Her chasing capabilities is just awesome. Just be careful not to chase down opponents that you can't handle. Again, Vi is awesome at team plays. Setting up kills for your allies is her job. Or you can just finish it yourself if you're fed enough. Remember though, try to avoid wasting your ultimate since that's your trap card when it comes to ganking. Anyway, that's it for this video guys. Enjoy the rest of this Vi highlight uppercuts. Stay safe and thank you for watching.
You are legendary. Killing spree. Retreat from Baron. Your team has slain Baron Nashor. Ally slain. Killing spree. Ally slain. You are legendary. Rampage. Enemy slain. You have slain an enemy. A double kill. Let's get cracking. Bottom turret is under attack. You are on a killing spree. Turret locked. Ally slain. You have slain an enemy. I'm doing this. Middle turret is under attack. You have slain an enemy. Slain an enemy. Bottom turret is under attack. Your team has destroyed a turret. You have slain an enemy. Engage. You are on a killing spree. Top turret is under attack. Slain. top turret is under attack. You are on a rampage. Killing spree. Enemy killing spree. You are unstoppable. Double kill. Retreat. Rampage. Ally slain. You have slain an enemy. Slain an enemy. Ally slain.
I'm doing this.
Shut down. You have slain an enemy. Turret lost. Enemy slain. Enemy slain.
Let's get
You
cracking.
have slain an enemy.
Finest.
You have slain an enemy. You are on a killing spree. Enemy slain. Retreat. You are on a rampage. Enemy slain. Enemy slain.
I'm doing this.
Your team has slain the Elgin dragon. Engage. Killing spree. Rampage. Ally slain. Double kill. Unstoppable. You are unstoppable. Engage. Killing spree. Double kill. You are dominating. Your team has destroyed the turret. Enemy double kill.
I don't care.
You have slain an enemy.
Let's get to the fun part.
Bottom turret is under attack. You have slain an enemy. Bottom turret is under attack. Enemy slain. Bottom turret is under attack. You have slain an enemy. You have slain an enemy. Double kill. The dragon has spawned. Killing spree. Shut down. You have slain an enemy.
Let's get to the fun part.
Ally slain. You have slain an enemy. Enemy slain. You have slain an enemy. Enemy slain. You have slain an enemy. Killing spree. You are on a killing spree.